Yeah. We're I looked it up, Sean. We've been in relationship fighting this fight since at least February 2023, which is pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Mm.
A lot has went on. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
beautiful to watch men transform over man, that's funny. 3 years. That's I wonder what that represents. Dang. Um, um, it's crazy because you don't see any transformation um, until all of a sudden you just really it just hits your heart and just man, you just see all of it taking place. So we're not going to waste it. I want you guys to really be aware and see what's happening. It's happening in this group. I can see it happening in each one of you men. But clearly, this weekend, if anybody missed it, it also is that moment that Sean stood out and got attacked. And so there are so many confirmations that I was able to see of this transformation of Sean being tested. And it's like watching a soldier in battle, like just like holy smokes, this is this new transformed version that I also know Sean, so I know he's having to wage that war internally to be able for us to see this version in reality. It's not easy. Like, and I'm speaking that from just me, my experience. It's not easy for me to fight every part of my flesh that says this is right and it's justified to do these things and to go to battle, to war with myself, my flesh, all of these things that I've been taught and encouraged to do my whole life, and operate from a place of trauma, and then go to war with that and then bring peace, truth into reality. Did anybody who saw what happened this weekend? Just wondering.
I
Yeah.
saw Sean's video and the other guy's comment about his parents. So
Yeah.
we're talking.
Yep. 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 It's wild. So if you really watch that video, and I even went back, I encouraged that guy to watch that video again. And if you men just thought that that was a simple video, go back and read my comment and look at Sean's video again with what is unfolded that Sean shares in that video. It's not a simple video. Sean in that video is confronting his own self. He's speaking truth, and then at the same time he's like speaking like, "Hey, I was that dude that was asleep. I was that guy. Like, I'm not the hero here." Like he as he's navigating that in real time, as I put him on the spot because he doesn't feel worthy like everybody else that he should be putting videos out. And he's got every lie that keeps him from posting these videos. So I want you to see as this unfolds what it looks like and what like you ready, Sean? I'm gonna show um, Sean in 3 years ago. That work, Sean?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to post? Do you know what I'm going to show?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Montaigne video.
Oh no. Oh, we're going dark, bro.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it is good, brother. It is good.
See some contrast.
Yep. Play that one. Now, I want you to when you're watching this, you're watching Sean, do not judge him. Check your own heart of what he's speaking and how true this is about you. Go ahead. Mm, yeah, that one. Thank you. Men are not forged.
Not that one.
No. There we go.
The other thing is, man, this is embarrassing to say in public, or at all, but I feel like when I start doing good, I'm better than other people, or I feel pity on people for not being as good as me. What?
Play it again.
The other thing is, man, this is embarrassing to say in public, or at all, but I feel like when I start doing good, I'm better than other people, or I feel pity on people for not being as good as me. What?
One more time. One more time. Check your own heart, man.
The other thing is, man, this is embarrassing to say in public, or at all, but I feel like when I start doing good, I'm better than other people, or I feel pity on people for not being as good as me. What?
Well, I'll tell you what I hear. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Yep. For myself. Okay. Thank you, Sean. But that is like at the depth, like Sean was in that place. Like that was, I believe, like a lot of levels in reality, that just was his identity across like a lot of things. Okay. Play the other video. The second one that I put on there, please. That was a very tough time for Sean. Like very tough. Middle of everything, man. Middle of divorce, middle of just everything, right, Sean?
Yeah. Bleak.
This guy
Got
here.
a few things on my heart today. But what a beautiful morning in northern Florida. Nice and crispy, about 59 degrees or so. Spending some time with the Lord in my yard, watching the sun come up. So grateful, so peaceful. Man, I'm so pumped that part of my call to follow the Lord is to know myself. I spent so many years neglecting myself, which had so many implications. I was never able to show up fully and engage in a healthy way to ensure the safety and well-keeping of myself and those around me. So let me just share something that's been a little heavy on my heart as I reflect and try to be a better man. I'm positive that the world doesn't need louder men, doesn't need tougher men. It doesn't need men proving themselves on the internet to gain likes and affirmation. It needs safe men. Men whose presence settles a room instead of stirring it up. Men who can stand in the middle of chaos without becoming the chaos. I'm going to be real with you though. I haven't always been that man. I spent a lot of my life reacting, defending, bracing for impact without any incoming rounds. I lived like everything was a threat. Even the people trying to love me, I pushed away. But God started breaking that off of me, man. Piece by piece. All the fear, pride, survival mode, dude. All of it. And he's been teaching me something incredibly simple and awesome. That a man becomes safe when he stops living from all of that trauma in the past. All the wounds. And he starts living from identity. Identity. A safe man doesn't need to dominate a room. He doesn't need to chase validation. He doesn't need to control all of the outcomes in his life. He's anchored, honest. He knows who he is. More importantly, though, he knows whose he is. It's all divine intervention. And I'm still learning all this. I have to practice being calm. I have to choose peace over my ego. I'm still letting God rewire the parts of me that want to react instead of respond. But every day, I feel it more and more. It's quiet strength, steady spirit, and a presence that says, I'm here, I'm grounded, I'm safe. But hear me, it doesn't come by accident. You don't become safe on a big oops. It's through surrender and through healing and letting God shape your identity instead of the past. When you become that man, though, you don't just change your life. You change your home, your relationships, and you build a legacy. Let's be the men the world keep praying for.
Yeah, bud.
Good, men. That I hope that that blessed you. Sean, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that it's like being a frog in the water. I didn't know how much I don't realize what I'm transforming. It's been 3 years of work, and so I don't notice. So it's kind of wild to hear. Um, it's wild to see those two videos right next to each other. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What was the time frame difference or the time between those two videos?
3 years.
3 years.
The second one that was like this week? That
Yeah,
recent one?
yesterday.
Yeah. Man, I don't it's like I continually tell you it takes like usually 4 years to be in it. And like to see that man who Sean is in that video just as like it's just such a different man. Try to imagine yourself talking the way he was in the first one. And like even my notes right now. Would the other man admit, would the other man see, admit, say, share, and live what Sean's talking about in the second video?
Probably not.
Oh, stuck on the outside.
Yeah. What I remember is watching Sean, I could see that every part of his heart, of the depth of his soul, every part of him wanted to be set free. But he wasn't really actually seeing, admitting, saying, sharing, living it in the same way that we see Sean exposing himself right now in that video. And that's what I'm talking about, man. That right there, for the Lord to be able to transform, like to transform him from 3 years ago till now into that man right there. Like I was super blessed. I'm telling you, like I'm super blessed to see Sean transform in that way. It, so and listen to what he's talking about as well. Like I don't know, but I believe like the Lord did that for me with identity. It was identity first, is that real first transformation when we start understanding what he's talking about, whose he is, who he is. That first part of identity that he's talking about in there is just it's amazing. So I don't know. I would definitely chase after that. There's different things I can give you if you want on identity, but it's awesome. Time's going fast. I got a lot of structure we got to go over. You guys want to check out? You want to see what happened this weekend, or do we want to get into the other stuff that we could do?
See what happened this weekend.
Okay, we're gonna see the tack for Sean. Okay, men, go into Sacred Strike. You guys know, like I was gonna teach you on some stuff. Maybe I'll do a separate video and you can watch it if you want, but I think this is important to see. We talk about, you know, about being able to start sharing your transformation and doing it in such a way. We've seen Rob step out and do it. But now I think this one is a clear representation of, you're getting it? You're drawing his up?
The one on Facebook, right?
The one on Facebook. Yeah. The seeing what is, I challenged you guys. I even posted in the WhatsApp, like I challenged you, could it get worse than this right here of me, like being able to outdo the ridiculousness of my ego and do all of that as Garrett was encouraging me. I don't need much encouragement to look ridiculous. So, so I put that in there, you know, and I knew even at that time, like, you know, as the much as I can push the limits, there's pretty much, you know, I was pushing the limits with those videos. But the question was, can you outdo this? And then Sean posted this video, and I think it clearly shows what can happen being attacked by people who think they know you even from 10 years ago. So let's just go through some of this. Listen to this video. Can you actually, it's probably going to be hard. Yeah, no. If you men are, well, those other comments, I want you to see, just listen to the things that Sean actually identifies through the video of who he was and who he's not. And he's just doing so much of that. Okay. His old identity and his new, his flesh and his spirit. Okay. Go ahead.
What was that?
Hold on. Sorry. Sean, is there anything you want to say before they hear this?
No, I hope you guys are just encouraged, man. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Go ahead.
That we just went over.
To offend a strong man, tell him a lie. To offend a weak man, you tell him the truth.
That is freaking deep from Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius, man.
Like,
man.
Now at the same time, what does that mean to you in your life?
It means I'd rather have the truth, as painful as it may be. And it's a waste of my time, my energy, and a relationship if it's a lie.
It's crazy. You know, in our culture, like how many times I've been even within myself or amongst a group that just rather be lied to.
100%. I go to church with it every week.
It's unreal.
It's unreal. It was me.
Yeah. And then there's this place like when you actually realize like you could actually, like the inside of me has been knowing truth and wanting truth. And then once I get a taste of truth, what that means.
Yeah.
Like what does that mean or feel to you?
It normally checks me. Like for instance, I'll read the Bible and I'll see the truth of the Bible and I'll be like, I can't assume the good guy position here. The truth is that I've been falling and I've been wavering in my faith. And I'm the bad guy in the Bible, in this psalm or in this proverb. But that truth has turned me over time dealing with that inner problem that I may have in repentance and in turning away. The suffering from the actions of sin have stopped, and now the suffering of knowing that's who I have a propensity to be and yielding that has become my anchor. And now I am this other man that had the propensity for sin or to struggle in certain ways that I'm growing from. And it's always a continually a laying down of things because of truth offending me that I'm wrong. And my desire to align with that truth, it forces that change.
Yeah. Pretty wild to be at that point in your life now, like really wanting truth.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a life or death thing that I'm waking up to.
Nice. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. In the, like, you know, in the middle of the night, like it's like, oh, this is way more important than I'm giving it credit to. That absolutely, it's waking me up in ways that are, I think, called sobering and exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
But definitely real.
How many men are out there, you think, that aren't even waking up to that? What's that do to you?
Ah, man, it breaks my heart. breaks my heart to know that people are in willful ignorance, desiring lies, desiring comfort, and desiring to just let things be, let things fall apart. No willpower or even feeling like they can do anything. That's probably the worst problem, is that I meet people that don't feel like they're hopeless. They feel like they got nothing.
Yeah. Imagine you when you were in Wyoming, like screaming out to God. If you could talk to the guy that was sitting on his hands, that had the truth, was sitting in a group somewhere, that had the truth, but he wasn't willing to reach out and connect with you, what would you say to him now? Or what would you have said to him back then, knowing, like, dude?
Your apathy is keeping you from being the hero in a life and death situation. Your unwillingness to step up to that call is maybe death for somebody.
Did it feel like death for you then?
Definitely death. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Unreal.
Unreal.
Thanks, brother.
By grace.
What was that?
Can you go into the comments? So, sorry, go back. I want them to see, I want to ask a question first. Go back actually to his feed, and you're going to scroll down. I know everybody enjoys this part. We spend hours and hours every day doing this. So you just be like, Chasing Alignment was the best ever. We actually scrolled on Facebook today. We should add that in more. Keep going down.
You know, a lot more people come.
Yeah. Like, I didn't have to face myself. We just did Facebook stuff. That's all. Keep going down. There's a post, right? This right here. Okay.
Oh, basically same area.
Okay. So just look at the picture. Look at this. Look at this picture. Okay. This is what inspired that other video, because we were looking at Sean's, at what he actually posts. Okay. And this, I would encourage all of you, look at what you actually post and ask the question, what was I thinking I'm getting from this? What was I trying to get from this? Because you'll post a lot of things, okay? And what is it? Was it building your kingdom? Is it building the kingdom? Okay? But this right here, that somebody else is probably AI, built this, put this out, and then repetitively people, it hits something, but then we just repost it, okay? This right here, what do you think, men, as Sean wants to, just on one level, he wants to reach more men. Sean feels called that he's going to make an impact. That is the call in his life. He's going to make an impact for other men. What gets to those men? This picture here or Sean speaking?
On the quick side, I think if you're going to sit down and really listen to what Sean's saying there, that would be more impactful. But on the quick version,
Which one?
what Sean's video of actually
Is
exposing
going to
himself.
reach other men.
This one though, because it's just right there, would have a quicker gauge.
That's why this right
way.
here is going to get a thumbs up.
Either way,
This right here is going to get a thumbs up. It's going to get a share. It's that piece. Who's Sean called to lead and reach? How's he going to reach them? With this or with his voice?
His voice.
Both. So I think this will catch their eye, but if they catch this and it strikes something in them, they might sit and take the time to watch this video.
I want you to think, though, he's not posting videos at this time.
Well, a video isn't going to reach anybody if you don't post it.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yep. So, I mean, right? Like, if you're in that place where you're doing this and you're posting this, but you're not posting your transformation, it's tough, because it really doesn't, it speaks volumes about kind of where you're at as well. Like, if you can't be comfortable with who you are in front of people, it's tough. But men, we're doing also framework. We sit with God Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, your revelation from God. If you're posting that stuff, that's
Come on,
beautiful.
baby.
You know, it's from God, right? Like you're not posting this version of you that is just talking to talk. You're dropping knowledge if you're setting this up correctly, right? And in that video, Sean before followed a set of framework that we teach here. Okay. And so he followed that, and his heart is be able to be exposed fully inside of that. Okay. So when you're not posting a video and all you're doing is posting just stuff like this, not your transformation, you're doing what everybody else does. Right? And it's stuff that makes you kind of question or feel good or whatever. Like, look, this is whatever about me. But we really truly don't get to see you. Okay? And if you question where I'm coming from, I paid a lot of money last year just to be able to know that difference right there that I'm dropping with you for a lot of money.
A
Okay?
lot of money. No
A
doubt.
lot. So just to be able to sum that up, one whole year's experience doing this, sharing who I am, doing that comes from Garrett J. White. Don't do this. Like, post it, but don't just do this. Like, again, look at what Sean did in that other video. Beautiful. And then the other one that he shared with me personally, but didn't share, like, I mean, I wrecked me. Okay. So go back to the comments then.
You also have to remember people have TikTok brain.
They do.
Yeah.
But if
So I
their
think you have
heart,
to do both. You have to
Let-
catch their attention with something small, like a picture or a 10-second. And once
Yep.
they like it and they start following you, when you put longer stuff, they're going to be more engaged or committed to watching your longer videos.
here's what I encourage you though. Like, are you really trying to be like just the like that part? Or like, I want you to hear my heart on the other part of this. Like, if their heart is not ready, like they're just not my person yet. Like they're just not. Like you're trying to reach like everybody, but if you're trying to reach everybody, you're going to reach nobody. And so in that niche, I want each one of you to be yourself and be whatever that niche is and speak to you who you are inside of that, knowing whose you are and who you are, and speaking to that part and putting your voice out. Yeah, the TikTok brain thing really, really sucks. Watch it in a way. If you post something right that doesn't mean much, it gets all the thumbs up.
Ready.
So do you go into the comments? So Sean, can you read this for us? Can you see it?
No, I can't see it though.
Okay.
But I can probably pull it up on Facebook, right?
Okay, try it.
It should be shared on your screen, brother.
No, it's probably too small, maybe then.
It's just too small. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
All right, so I got the comments. You want me to read that, Scott Behan?
Yep.
Here's some truth. I remember the kid that made his dad promise to go to that church because he told me, that he would. So he did. The result, my dad got saved. So how are you doing honoring your father and mother? Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And let me just tell you guys that triggered me because my dad used to tell me that. And he'd say, when I was being disobedient, that God was going to cut my life short and I was going to die before him. That's what my dad would always tell me. So using that Bible verse was like an immediate trigger.
Wow.
But
check
I didn't
your
really get
check your mind,
triggered.
check your heart, man. What would you respond?
Not with kindness and compassion.
Well, let's hope so. But I hear you. That was all the test. You failed. Like, yeah. Let's see what Sean said.
Oh.
Sean, can you go to the next one?
Yep. I did kind of retort a little bit, but I kept trying to keep my cool, and I had to actually breathe through this. But more truth, Scott Behan. Hey, man, long time since I've seen you. Gosh, it's probably been 10 years. Hard to take you serious. You don't know my father just because you've spent a little bit of time with him. I've got 44 years, bud. You definitely don't know me or the work that I put in over the last 4 years to align with truth and grow in faith. You definitely, but Scott, honestly, you sound like all the other clearly undisciplined self
Cut out just a little bit. You still there?
on life, all the while repelling real men from ever truly thinking Jesus is the answer due to your fruitless, lackluster life display and loud, obnoxious, pious mouth. But thanks for the pep talk, though.
Retorted a little.
Yeah, but hold on though. What's beautiful?
No,
I want you to see
that's good.
what is what why is it good, man? Why?
Because he was honest.
Good.
Like, he didn't beat around the bush. He stuck up for himself. Like, he's trying to find himself, and he's being true to himself and finding God and sticking to that. Like, he didn't let somebody's negative comment make him doubt what he's going through. Like, he knows. He's, you know, like you said, seeing the two videos side by side, he's able to see what he's gone through. But he's even that 3 years, he's not the same person from that 3 years ago. So this guy that's 10 years ago is coming from a completely different place, and he's able to recognize that and squash it and not let it get inside his head and fill his heart with doubt. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of respect for that, Sean. Well played.
Yeah.
And he struck with precision.
Yeah, I think that it's good. I think it's good that you defended yourself, but there's also a little bit of there of like reactionary
For
that
sure.
you could tell that you battled through it, you know.
Yeah,
And
no doubt. It was a
that would
wrestle
be
just to
tough.
get that up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's definitely good that you rebutted back, you know.
Well, and nowadays, a lot of people would have just deleted the comment and ignored it.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
much on
yeah.
keyboard warriors, man. You know, everybody wants to argue on Facebook.
It's honestly
Yeah.
less about even retorting. It was more like, dude, I've kind of bent over for these kind of people. Like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, dude. You know, like it wasn't like that, or trying to peel back. But then I never feel good about that, and I overthink it. And then I'm like, what was that gameplay? That doesn't seem like me, you know. And then
Right.
so I'm sick of those wrestlings. I'd rather just be like, look, is this an issue right now? Then let's just handle it right now, you know.
Like I
I don't
want
know.
to pair that. I want to pair that. Look at what Sean's saying about the righteous, right? Like if we take it to the Pharisees, I hear you, Craig, but I want to pair that. Have we been taught something to not do this? And so it feels uncomfortable to go, I don't know. I think that's kind of reactionary. So let's just kind of pair it. That man is coming after the temple. Sean's trying to build the temple. This man's coming after it. Do you remember somebody else that stood up for the temple? Who was the guy that stood up in the Bible for the temple?
That'd be Jesus.
Hey Alexa, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I know the story.
Right. Like what? Like who was that?
Jesus.
And what was he doing?
Whipping people.
Cleaning out his father's house.
Yeah, but what were they doing in the temple?
They were bringing shame upon it, and that man was trying to drag Sean's identity back into the shame within his own temple. This man was dishonoring every part of Sean.
Well, and it goes hand in hand with the meme that he shared. The man that commented was offended by truth.
That Sean
Oh, yeah, no doubt the man was offended by truth. I guess, the part that, I'm not much on, I don't know, it's just me, and I'm not saying what Sean did is right. I'm just saying, I think when you lose it enough to like call somebody a name, like, your lackluster lifestyle, whatever, I think you might lose the message of control at that point.
Well, I mean, we're all
But
human.
that's just my opinion.
We're all
Yeah.
human. We're gonna
Remember, I'm not saying that everything in this is perfect, but what he's showing in strength and identity to be able to
Brotherhoods
do
around
this
him that are like,
is beautiful. And I'll
Yeah.
show
Oh,
you
no
the
doubt.
transformation of what is and what he's actually standing for. Men will not do this. They won't. They won't. They're too scared and will hide behind God talk. I'm just saying, you got to notice that inside of ourselves. We'll hide behind God talk and not even have this conversation because we're, being
well,
Christian.
well, there's another part too, dude, that really encouraged my soul. And even if this wasn't about me, I would say the same thing. I tasted the real war. It was like, oh, this is so exciting. It's like the exhilaration of actually employing and doing the thing that we've been training and trying to do from an innocent, what I thought was an innocent post about Marcus Aurelius. And I even didn't even want to post it. We sat in the kitchen. I was like, dude, don't post that. I look all goofy and I'm trying to flex and I look like, I'm like standing there like a kind of a retard at first, like, hey, what's up? Oh, Marcus Aurelius. And then, but it was like, it took this thing into war, which is actually what I needed to see. And I didn't even think it was like Pharisee or whatever. I was just like, yo, dude, like, I don't know you, it just seemed typical, like the standard MO for the brotherhood of the common church. And nothing against the church, it is the bride, but it's very lackluster. And I'm not trying to like call names, but it's like, dude, you don't have any appeal. There's nothing about you. Your very ugly second or third wife, whatever he's on by now, your lesbian daughters, you're very poor. You live in rural southern Georgia in the middle of nowhere. I know enough about you to know I don't want to have anything to do with you. But instead of saying all that, like, hey, dude, like I don't know. And there's also this other part where I'm like, dude, I've tasted this war now. And it wasn't like a new level. It was just like, this is just another piece of this big, display of this muse that God has me involved in life. And this is another part of that palette. And I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect at all. But I'm not going to sit on the sidelines in apathy anymore and not try to take charge and
So
try to take.
here's where we can bring it home a little bit more, Sean. Remember last year, this is what's amazing, is last year when I stood out and started using my voice and what I was encouraged, and again, I made a lot of money, and that dude was like, go home and wreck it. You got a lot of stuff inside, and for you to be set free, you're gonna have to wreck some stuff. Yell on Facebook, do whatever you need to do, cuss, because then you're gonna truly see who these other people are that are, it's gonna bother them. And when it bothers them, you're gonna see them for who they are. And I'm like, what? So I did, man, I made some ridiculous stuff. And it was beautiful because it drew everybody out that pretended like, hey, I'm your friend, all this other stuff. It draws this stuff out like this right here. Okay. But to bring it home a little more, when I went through that last year, and you can look this stuff up, when I got attacked, Sean came and defended me. Shoulder to shoulder, brother to brother. Like he came in, my city was being attacked. He came in and he brought all of who he was and he stood up. Compare his text messages that time to this. I knew then that Sean was standing up for me and everything. And I look at those and I'm like, oh man. Like he went super personal. That was only a year ago. And that was him getting triggered from me. Sean got triggered in this post here about him and still held his ground and didn't even be like what he was last year when he went after these dudes. And it was, I was like, could have done that a little bit better. But man,
Yeah, don't show that one.
But brother, when one of your brothers that you fight with and for, and we're in this, like it was more for me the same. I was fighting on a spiritual level, which was more than the flesh. Sean came and fought from the depth of spiritual level and the stuff within reality. Yeah, it's fine. Year later, look at who Sean is now in this. Absolute transformation. Absolute. It's beautiful.
Man,
Okay.
I kind of want to touch on what have I experienced throughout, just even from the first video that we watched to where we are now. You saw a man who felt pity for others. You know, now you fast forward to right now, and you see a man who's hurt because of not just the deception, but just people not wanting to step into more because of what is on the opposite side of that. And instead of choosing to truly eviscerate this guy for really stepping in and touching on something so personal, even myself, like, you're coming that close, you're bringing in family, it's all open. I don't care. But no, he still navigated it in such a way that, hey, look, this isn't about me trying to offend nobody. I'm just saying, like, you feel the hurt for what's going on in the world in Sean, and he just wants people to be on the opposite side of that. Again, go back to the man that felt bad for people not living the way he was living at the time, or what even he saw. Just to see that growth, it goes back to what I really caught from, I forget, one of his videos. I'm not molded by my past anymore, and I'm not going to choose that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think too, dude, like I could have done something different, right? I could have been, coulda, woulda, shouldas until the day he died. But right, like if you look back, the after action would be, hey man, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. And that from your vantage point, that's what you see. But what I see is that, you're missing it, been kinder, maybe not call out, like you're saying, Craig, you're not, wrong in pointing out that I did kind of push back, but then I'm also encouraged by Jesus, who called those Pharisees the brood of vipers. Like, you're a brood of, you're a bunch of snakes. I don't think that a blowhard, lackluster goofball is even close to that. It's a little fluffed up. So I'm encouraged to be me too. Like, just like Ray's saying, man, like, who am I trying to impress anyway? Who goes to the grave with me? Who answers all these questions in my head for me?
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody else doing that. So I have to walk through this on my own.
Yep.
And do. Yep.
So how do you get to that guy if you're not willing to be this guy?
100%. There's no way. You got to. It's all trial and error and research and development. All
So
of it.
if we do look after action review and we look at that and we go, hey, Sean, okay, cool. You wrote this up. What if you would have taken an extra 10 minutes, put it into framework
Yep.
so that you navigated it correctly and then still checked your heart. And since you already typed it up and since ChatGPT already knows you, you say, hey, I want to be truthful. I actually have emotional response to this. But at the same time, can you make sure that this is in this correct tone biblically of where I'm at?
That's exactly it.
And what that will do is teach you, like, hey, okay, I've seen where I was off a little bit and it corrected me to, like, hey, this. And you'll pick up on those little things going, okay, now it just showed me where my emotion was going to rip through. But you got to be this guy and be willing to be this guy. Again, go back inside the WhatsApp. I have to be willing to be the guy that yells on Facebook and calls you out deep within your sin, most ridiculous, yelling across the thing and actually aiming that back at me before I'll actually be free. Now that I did that, I don't know like how many of you others, but there's a place where I am very comfortable encouraging you and also telling you what I see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, but you do that from a place of love, right?
But does it look like I was doing it from a place of love when I was posting those videos of me yelling?
So, I mean, it was entertaining.
Right.
You were expressing you're trying to, increase your product, gain attention, right? I mean, that's the business side of saving souls.
No, I wasn't. I hear you. I bought for Garrett J. White, but no, I wasn't. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Hey, can I kind of try to say what you're trying, like, for me?
There's a part, if we're going to be honest, like Noel trying to bring us all into being paid. Awesome. But even on that level about getting paid, there's only in that year about getting paid has been me knowing that I'm worth it on all the levels. That is on a deep spiritual level, to know that I'm actually worth something that I didn't think I was, that I give everything of mine away on a level that I'm like, it's because of unworthiness. Now I can see I give it away now this year because I'm choosing even more, not out of trauma. That's why I went back to what I do. And then
Well, I
Oh,
think I think the other thing too, guys, is that we're forgetting that you're supposed to be offensive. The Bible came; it didn't come to cause peace, man. There is peace in being the warrior, but if you're not a warrior for Jesus, you don't get the peace that the warriors get. And you got to be willing to offend. You know, Stephen was very offensive before they stoned him to death, and he looked like an angel when they were doing it. So there is that part. You got to be able to step into that battle and go, look, man, I'm not here to make you feel good about you. I'm here to feel good about the truth. And if it offends you, I'm sorry. I'm willing to die for it. The truth is so good to me. I cannot turn my back on that, even now.
Yep. And hear what he's
yeah.
saying right now. And
Maybe
now
that's where it
tell us
gets
what
lost.
the war about the video and doing and stepping into this. How difficult is it to do it, Sean? You just
Yeah, I mean,
heard
that's the
him talk
level of
Hold on a
about
suffering,
second,
power.
right?
guys. I'm ordering the kids some food. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Like, I know what I'm watching with inside of him. He is literally on this verge of like, listen to him talk about power and stepping into it. And he's also waging war of like, he's doing videos now, but then he's also like, never mind, I'm not posting that one. Like he sent that one to me. Like, bro, he would reach men. Like, it's crazy. We need men like that, willing to take the
Yeah,
hit.
no doubt, no doubt. Sean has a lot of good delivery and is out there, and yeah, no doubt. There's definitely men that will resonate with Sean 100%.
98% of the men won't.
Yeah.
There's a
And
lot of
on that
stats
other
out
level,
there,
on
yeah.
the other,
but
I'm a one percenter though, man. You following Jesus, you're already a one percenter. I'm looking for one.
hey,
I'm looking for
what
the
all
one.
it takes is one. All
the
it
one
takes is
is
one.
him. The one is him that he's reaching, man. Like this is that part that's so hard to understand. He's reaching himself, brothers. He's reaching himself.
Are you saying Sean's reaching himself?
Yes. Like, bro, say it louder with more like, what is Sean doing?
Reaching himself.
Men, ask the question, what is Sean doing?
Honestly, he's saving himself.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like being on a
Thank you,
flight,
Lord.
like how can you save anybody else until you save yourself?
Brothers, again,
Mm.
if you see what we are doing here as sales, like, and trying to like really actually
Oh, hot coffee.
increase like the brotherhood by numbers, brother, I like, that's the point. And I've been giving this away for 5 years, every single day, waking up early to do this. And that's what you see. Like, let's just ask Sean, have I been, or is he still ordering?
Yeah.
I'm here with you. I'm gone. No.
How stupid am I if I've poured into Sean for the past 3 years? We talk some of those weeks, 2 hours, 3 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much time have you just solely, not even there, how much solely have you spent with inside of Chasing Alignment?
Almost every day for the 365 times 3,000 days, 2,000 hours, I guess. 3,000 hours.
I spent $75,000 just individually just last year, not counting other stuff, just so I could learn more about myself and grow inside of all of that. And then even before that, I spent the $8,000 to find myself out in the middle of the woods in South Dakota. I quit a $100,000 job because I'm such a peanut brain and I have so much trauma inside that I'm trying to go through this for the past 5 years and 9 years of sobriety. Like, I'm comfortable saying those things now looking back because that's what my reality has been. But if you guys, if you men are thinking, like, let's just question, Sean, did I do all of that so that now you can post and tell, like, and bring men to this?
No,
Is that like a awesome
never been a
strategy?
focus. Never been any, not even, I mean, like a topic of conversation and what we can do with being better, but it's always been about centrifugal force, man. Focus on you and you. Focus on you, focus on you, focus on you, focus on you, focus on you. And every time I get distracted, okay, where's the train track? Get back on you. What are you doing? What are you doing for you with God? For you, what's He saying to you? It's never been about the social media. The requirement
Yeah,
is
I'm not saying let's not go off the rail there a little bit. So what I'm saying
I
is
don't think we're
that
competing with you either, Craig. Like there's no
yeah.
competition for a point here. There's no
Well,
point
no,
here.
I'm saying I don't want my point to be misrepresented. I'm saying, hey, we look inner. That's all we've done is look inner and try and figure ourselves. But we're doing that so what we can gain people towards Christ.
No.
Right.
If you
not just ourselves, but navigate ourselves enough to know, okay, like Sean Mitt, why am I triggered by this guy from whatever 20 years ago? You know, I mean, that's what we're trying to train for.
Sure, but it's about men. But the only way you can reach men is by being a light. You have to be light. You have to be polished. You have to be together, and that you can't do that on willpower. It takes your crew.
Right.
It takes real intimacy with God. Yeah. So then, of course, the byproduct is men. But the true thing is that he that winneth souls is wise, right? But your wisdom comes from an understanding that you and God connect with. So until you get that's primary. Seek first the kingdom. Then you get to become a kingdom builder.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What's the matter,
same
baby?
thing.
It's the war that he's waging inside of that. It's the same, man. Like when I started this 5 years ago, it was just solely to work on myself. And it still has been. And when I walk away, I will be blessed to know that we did this together, but I will walk away full because I know that the Lord has just been also working inside of me. And when we do that at that deep of a level, like I'm the one suffering, I'm the one doing these things, like, and he's blessing me with this other, like, then that's where you can truly see the other stuff that he blesses you with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says
what I get excited
that will
about.
die, if you will die to yourself, then you gain everything.
Yeah, like it's like the climb out of the pit is service. And putting myself out there is service. I don't like it, which proves to me that it is service. It is like, it takes effort. It takes a lack of, like, there's filming yourself, putting it all together, getting your thoughts categorized, I'm not big on that. I don't want to display. You can see, I don't want to put myself on camera, but I know that the service of that to other people and to myself is that help. Like me putting it together taught me more about me, putting that little blip together.
How long did it take you to put together? You said a little blip. How long did that take you to put together this time?
This time, because I'm still new at it, a couple hours. I'd say a good solid hour of no ADD, couple hours. I'd say about an hour and a half.
Man. Were you spending time trying to wage war against that man, or were you waging war with yourself and spending time with God, trying to navigate to put that correct video out in the morning?
Yeah, for sure.
Time with figuring you out, right?
Yeah. Oh, to wrestle, for sure. And then do I film it? Do I actually do this? You know, and then how do I send this out? Is this like do I cut this up in CapCut, or there's all those things that come
But all of those are talents. I was telling my brother this yesterday. Those are all talents. If God gave us this ability, are we going to be responsible for what we do with it or don't do with it when we get to heaven? And I'm convicted, yes, I'm going to be responsible for what I did or didn't do with social media. Was I a consumer or a contributor? Did I do for others, or was I just wanting everything done for me? And that's a rough one. Not really striking home runs all the way across the board on that. So this is another way for me to learn how to serve and be a servant. And if it's embarrassing to share my story because my story is embarrassing, well, that's encouraging, because there's a lot of embarrassing stories that I've heard out there that people can identify with. You know, a lot of people have lost more than a few $1 million in a wife. Some people have lost a lot more. And health, you know, there's a lot of things that people are getting attacked with that drag them down, man. And then you're stuck in your head like, oh man, I'm just going to sit here and wait to die, you know?
Yep.
And we are drifting. We're just as bad as them drifting without a purpose if we're drifting with a purpose and not looking for those that are drifting without.
It's good.
It's even worse.
So I want to take a step back as well. Again, a reference Garrett. I want to show where this group is. I want you to be encouraged of where, like if you're feeling resistance or attacked or any of this stuff, man, within your own place, like that is the chink in the armor, the resistance, the feeling, the sensation. That is the place to navigate and truly sit with your own self inside of that. If we're willing, if we're doing the work. What I want to share, I want you to see is look at where we are at a group. It's taken 3, 4, 5 years just even for myself to be at this place. But I'll tell you, my experience with Garrett J. White, it will blow his ever-loving mind. I've watched him freak out at the levels of what I was doing in that yelling to the whole group of everybody and everybody online, because he says, we have all of this so powerful. You will do greater things than I. You can reach anybody and everybody like anybody that's going to listen and is called to your voice. And he will yell. I've watched him with a doctor, a neurosurgeon, super intelligent, gifted, scared to share on there. And he, after hundreds of thousands of dollars with her, he said, I don't care about the money anymore. You are not allowed in this group until you do your podcast. Next month, what do you think she had done?
Did a podcast.
Because she knew her calling was much bigger than the fear and the resistance that was keeping her from doing it.
Yeah, I think eventually you have to step out of the boat, right? Like, I think if I were to rewind the tape 3 years ago, even when we first met and started this thing, I still had control over the narrative. Like, what am I going to do? I had yielded some control to Ray, and I believe that it's a godly thing to yield control spiritually to a person that God has put into your life to show you and tell you things that you can't see and understand. But this is the forward motion of that, where we can actually, like, there's a line in the sand, and you can play it safe, or you can get into the war. The war is actually walking by faith, because I don't know the next step. I don't know the next video. I don't know the next year or how this is going to play out I don't know if somebody's going to come back with my past and broadcast that all over my social media and really deconstruct all these positive things that I'm trying to say, right? Or
I would guarantee on that. That's how Satan works, my friend.
Right. So, but is that going to keep me from standing up for what I believe in today? Is today a different story than it was yesterday? You're damn right, man. I'm not going to just rest on my laurels and say, I believe Jesus is awesome. I have a lot of faith in him, and, I'll play with snakes. But when it comes to actually obedience, actually being, maybe not. I have a choice there, and I don't have to choose that. And lazy, lackadaisical, testimonies start popping up, and then people are just like, pandering to each other. Oh, hey, brother, what's up? Oh, well, nothing much, brother. Meet you at the buffet, brother. Let's go get some beers, brother.
And
Praying for you, brother.
yeah, let's go have our cool Tennessee waterfall haircuts and our backwards hats and our Viper sunglasses. And it's like fitting in with something that doesn't actually fit in. And it makes you pathetic and weak to do that. And one of the good old boys is like the worst compliment I could ever hear. Don't tell me I'm one of the good old boys. I don't want to be one of the good old boys. I want to be known for my zeal, my fire, my passion, my love, my compassion for you. I want to be ready. I want to be stern and understand exactly who I am, where I am, why I am, what I am doing, and set the riggers straight and bring as many people as I possibly can with you. Light my freaking ship on fire when I get to where I'm supposed to go. No retreat. And encourage every single dude out there that's not willing or doesn't have the answers and looking for them to go, hey, man, throw all that stuff to the wayside. Let's get after this. This is how we chase the kingdom. This is how you know you. Seneca, to know thyself, right? Everybody says you know yourself. Everybody says you know yourself, but you don't know what you want. You don't know why you do what you don't want to do, and you don't know why you don't do what you really want to do. But you know yourself.
Yeah. I want like, again, what I'm presenting is where the group is on a majority. We have solid men. If I needed to go back and we're talking about, I can't even on Thursday present these things. Man, look at where the group is. This is amazing. I want you to see, like, Sean's put in 3 years of work to get this. Like, and I want you to hear also, like, I know my level of willingness to serve somebody as well. Like, this is absolutely amazing. And so, like, I felt very called to honor what is happening with Sean at 3 years. So, and stuff like that for me takes 4, 5, 6, 9 years of being sober to get to that point. So, Sean, amazing. Okay. And if you're not at that point, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Like, but we need to be able to see wins like this right here. And I'm going to continue to follow my heart to call you out to do it. But you're wrestling with your own soul, and where you do all of this really has nothing to do with me. The same as it always has been. Sean's growth over the past 3 years is not dependent on me. It was all Sean. It's just us just doing this. Okay. Those are Sean's wins, and it needs to be honored. Like, it's amazing, Sean. And I want at the same, like, if you go into the other stuff, like, it was truly an honor to go in and wage war with Sean, because then it was able to say, hey, Sean, like, I don't think you need to respond back anything else. Like, here, I'm going to present some truth as well and go to war for you, because I know that's what other brothers do. And men, I want you to be encouraged in that. Like, no, if you're actually standing up and you're in this place of honoring God and standing up for truth, like, men, the next level of where we're going, you will have somebody standing shoulder to shoulder with you, if that's what honor needs to happen. And I use the example of going in when somebody else's city is starting to be taken over. What did that feel like, Sean, to have a brother standing next to you?
It felt like war was coming to life, and I can see the spiritual soldiers that you guys are all sworn to be and become and step into. It was amazing.
And what did we very clearly talk about that we're fighting against, that drove the words and stuff that we talked about? What were we fighting against?
Oh, the spirit of Pharisee, the Pharisaical spirit.
So
for sure.
What very much kept us in our conversation was we were truthfully going after spiritual realm stuff in the conversations that I posted and stuff like that, marking that out, and then really just presenting the thing from the outside. Hey, so like, if you guys go to fight for somebody else, again, this part where, okay, we could pick, he said lackluster, right? I get it. But when we go to do that, be encouraged. If you go to fight with somebody, check it. Like, am I going against the spiritual realm? Am I not trying to attack that guy? Very clearly, this is the war that we are to wage against. And that's where I tried to lay it out as much as possible. Like, look, dude, your Pharisee level stuff of like, coming at him hard, but then trying to be humble, it ain't working here. Like, we're going to call it out gently. But I wasn't.
You're attacking the lie, not the man, right?
Yep, correct, 100%. And so if you do that with anybody else here, I want you to follow like that piece. Am I going after this lie piece and being able to do that? But you should be encouraged knowing that other men are coming to fight with you. We practice this more as men than anybody else I know. And we are going to get waged war against.
Yeah.
And if you have stuff in your past, you just wait. People are going to bring
I would argue if you're not getting attacked, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, I think that exact thing, man. I think that this weekend really showed me that I'm not excited about, like, it's like going to war. You don't want to go to war, right? But there is the part where this is what you were called for. This is what you were training for. This is it is. Like, I don't want to have ruffled feathers with people that are tied in with my family and blah, 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 rumors. But I also expect it. Like, of course there's going to be some haters, like, of course, like of course, like you want my life. You would love to be truthful and honest and open and excited and but also disciplined and reserved when the timing is right. You can act like a surgeon and be very methodical, and people are seeing that I can. Now I'm not some ninja. I've just been trying to be obedient to the Lord, and I'm not like some superhero. None of us have superpowers, but we have a supernatural indwelling spirit that I have to start believing he actually has everything under control. This is all good. It's all good. So where's he at? What's he thinking about it? Because I'm thinking I'm panicking, I'm stressed, I'm worried, I don't want to, I'm embarrassed. And he's thinking, yeah, I didn't really like hanging on the cross, but I did it. And I was embarrassed and I was naked and it was hurtful and painful and I felt betrayed and all of my disciples had turned their back on me. And that's the encouragement, is that, man, we're not alone, right? All the disciples, they pushed so hard they got killed like in gruesome ways, just like Jesus. So we're gonna face this fight, right? And then the more we actually step into what's right, the more hell's gonna come against us, the more temptation, the more your brain is gonna go haywire and tell you lies, the more that we're gonna want to recluse back and curl back into our little cave of isolation. And I feel that call right now. Even putting that video together yesterday, I've judged it a million times. I've watched it 50 times. And, get ready for that part too. But it's so worth it to get encouraged by you guys today. It's like, well, it's coming full circle even more. Now I'm even more encouraged. Now I'm like, all right, this is even cooler. Like the Lord just shined more light on this thing that I feel is this big mystery. And it's not a mystery. It's just obedience. It's just obedience. And it can be awkward and weird. And that's what faith is. Faith is that thing where you're trying and you don't know. You're just trying. You're like, okay, I believe this is what you're saying, Lord. Is this right? And then because of that research and development in that personal space, we're figuring it out. And now we're actually SEAL Team 6 spiritually. You've already got all your equipment. You've got all your tools. And now you're employing it, trying it in faith for real. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. I want to be right. I want to know what I'm right. I want to be excited about me doing what's right. I want to be encouraged by myself, being obedient to the Lord. I want to build all of those positive bricks in my wall so that I can actually have a fortress of faith and I can overcome the devil by the power of the blood and the word of my testimony. It's actually legit. I'm not making stuff up. I'm not just preaching words out of my mouth. I'm actually living in this on display, and I'm not cowering back. I am a son of God. I'm not going to peel. So
that identity right there, man. Beautiful, Sean. To hear that overflowing out of him. Beautiful. Thank you, man. Thank you. We'll start closing this up. It's beautiful. Sean, can you breathe and pray us out?
Love to. 3 deep breaths in. Hold. Release. all the way out. Hold. In. Hold. All the way out. Hold. In. Hold. All the way out. Hold. Heavenly Father, thank you so much, God, for another day. Thank you for all the breaths between just waking up and now. Thank you for the massive component of light, love, and faith that you dawn on us every day. Thank you, Lord, for the little inclinations of our heart that you've planted in us to turn towards you and to see you for who you are. Thank you for your love and adoration for the things that we love and adore 10 times more than we ever possibly, a million times more than we ever could. Thank you for our ability to have faith in you based on you coming through for us every time. You're faithful, Lord, when we remain faithless. So thank you, Jesus, for being the kind of king that is enjoyable to serve. You're loving and good. May we serve you with all the dignity, pride, and joy of the possible. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. I hope somewhere you found encouragement in that. Like, it's good. If you really want me to teach you this other stuff, the structure stuff that we were supposed to go over today, you just call me up and let me know. I'll walk you through it. Fly sovereign, strike savage, man.
Anything and everything.
Let's get after it.
Jump on it.